Some people think that the days are gone, that women don't have plans or plan independently for their future, that the day is over when women rely on their husbands to look after themselves. And I regret to say, in my position as a financial advisor, I'm seeing women every single day who've never once considered a financial plan. There are so many women who think that they are very wealthy. They live very lavish lifestyles. They own 2 or 3 homes, them and their husbands. They have cars, they have boats, they go on lavish holidays. And suddenly out the blue, there's a death or a divorce, and the reality of the situation comes home. Often the high-earning husband has been paying for all of those items on credit. So they may look like they're a very asset-rich family, but they're actually a very debt-rich family. And by the time all of that debt is unwound and settled, there are no assets left. So for that wife, being left with either no husband through death or divorce, suddenly she also has no lifestyle as well, and it can be extremely distressing. So a married woman, it's critical, understand what your financial position is. And if your family's chosen to live a lavish lifestyle, even although there are no assets to back that up, if you understand it, you'll go into a death or divorce situation with your eyes wide open as opposed to your eyes wide shut. So that's probably the thing I see most of all. I think for other women, sometimes there's just a total disinterest and a belief that someone else will sort it out. Dad looked after me before, my husband's looked after me since, someone will step up to the plate and look after me. And that's not always the case. The days of families, extended families, all being able to step in and look after each other, we know has changed. Families are becoming far more nuclear. Life is a lot harder for a lot of our children, and they actually need to start looking after themselves and preparing for their children and their futures. And the days of ever being able to rely on a government pension for a lifestyle, anything like the lifestyle you're used to during retirement, just isn't possible. So it's critical to actually take control and understand what's going on with your family affairs. For women who are alone, even more important, it's all very well worrying about, I see lots of people who think the next big step will be getting married. Finding the perfect husband and finding that perfect partner will solve all their problems and all their dramas, and life will be happily ever after. And I always say marriage is not the end of the journey, it's actually the beginning of the journey. So marriage comes with its own set of trials and tribulations. For any woman to wait for that and think it's a solution is also foolish. We also know there's a lot that changes all the time. Going forward, there are less and less corporate positions being created, less and less corporate jobs available, much more pressure on men to retire at earlier ages to make way for younger people coming through. BEE policies and all sorts of other things are shifting a lot of the way that jobs used to be in the past. And those days of working for a company for 30 or 40 years and then retiring with a good pension are long gone. So making provision independently of a corporate job or a corporate pension is absolutely critical.